Tonight, the Witch Cult of Incessant Rage take on Pedro Cantor's Crimson Fist. What we have here is a battalion detachment and an outrider detachment of Drukhari. Starting with the triplets that you all know and love, we have Anna in the center. She has +1 toughness. That is Dolly on the right. She has +2 movement. And Kitty on the left with +1 strength. Then we got 3 units of witches. This one has +1 strength, 9 witches. 10 witches over here, and they have +2 leadership. And then lastly, 5 witches back there who have +1 weapon skill. We got a unit of scourges over here with the leader has a power spear and a blast pistol, and then we got 2 blasters in there. 2 units of jet bikes, they each have +1 attack, and they each have a blaster and a grav talon. And then a unit of 10 Hellions, they have +1 toughness for their combat drug. Moving our way over to the left, another unit of scourges with 2 dark lances, no upgrades for the sergeant. 2 more units of bikes, instead of these have heat lances and grav talons as well. And then 10 scourges, also with the +1 toughness. Dedicated transport for this Drukhari force is 1 Venom and 2 Raiders. So all in all, 1,850 points, 7 command points to face off against the dreaded Space Marines. Take prisoners.
Alright, welcome to this game of Warhammer 40k. I'll be playing my Crimson Fists. This is Jake, by the way, if you haven't recognized my voice already.
Welcome back to the channel, Jake.
Starting out with my HQ choices, I have a chaplain with jump pack and a bolt pistol. I have a librarian and Terminator armor with force stave and combi plasma.
His psychic powers?
His psychic powers, we'll get to those later on.
Alright.
I have 3 tactical squads. They're all the same. All the sergeants have bolt pistols and chain swords. Each squad has a missile launcher and a flamer. Those are 10-man tactical squads. Then for fast attack choices, I have 2 assault squads. I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to combat squad them yet or not, but anyway, they are different in their sergeants. This sergeant has a thunder hammer and a plasma pistol. This sergeant has a power fist and combat shield and bolt pistol, and each squad has a flamer and a plasma pistol. In the back, the Devastator squad is your basic 5-man Devastator squad with 2 plasma cannons, 2 heavy bolters. The sergeant has a chainsword, a bolt pistol, and a bolt gun. Then I have 2 elite choices. I have a Vanguard veteran squad with jump packs. The Vanguard sergeant has a relic blade and plasma pistol. I have 2 guys with power swords and bolt pistols. I have a guy with dual lightning claws. Another guy with a combat shield, bolt pistol, and power axe. And then I have your basic 5-man Terminator squad with the sergeant just has his power sword and stone bolter. And that's all they are, storm bolters and power fists, very basic. And then I have 3 transports. I have 3 rhinos with storm bolters, and they all have crack missiles.
1,850 points in a battalion formation, detachment, I should say.
Comes out to 1846.
And looking good, so that will be 6 command points for you. Thanks. We'll come back to you with the Librarian Psychic Powers, our Warlord traits, and the mission and deployment after this.
Yeah,
Tonight's mission takes place on this abandoned Imperial fortress, which the Crimson Fist have come to reclaim, but have found the Drukhari here already. So a fight shall ensue. The mission is Maelstrom of War, Tactical Escalation, Deployment, Dawn of War. We'll start with a look at the terrain. We got some light force, of course the Imperial Fist, and the Crimson Fist don't care about that. A couple of buildings which are impassable terrain at this point. No one has the keys again. The Sky Shield landing platform will count as a ruin. Some barricades over there, over on the right, some containers. We've got some craters which are going to help out the Crimson Fist but not me, and a couple destroyed land raiders from the Proud Chapter of War Corgi Space Marines, but they did not have a good go of it here before. With that said, Dark Elder deployment. I got a unit of bikes with the heat lances on the left. This is my warlord in the raider with 9 witches. That right there is Dolly with the agonizer. 10 Hellions. Another raider. This one has 10 witches in it. They have the +2 leadership combat drug. Another 10 Hellions. This Venom has 5 witches in it. They got the +1 weapon skill. There is Kitty, everyone's favorite. And then I got 3 units of bikes, 2 with blasters, 1 with the heat lance. Jake, what do you got across the table?
Alright, what I got here is my tactical squad number 6 over here. It's 10-man tactical squad and a rhino. I have my tactical squad number 5, it's 10-man tactical squad and a rhino. I have my 2nd assault squad, and this sergeant has that upgraded power fist the Crimson Fist can get.
Nice.
With the new codex.
Relic.
I have my 5-man Devastator squad right here, and I have my tactical squad number 4 and this rhino over here.
All right.
In reserves, I have my librarian, Terminator squad, my warlord, which is my chaplain, my Vanguard veteran squad, and my assault squad number 1. And for that chaplain, his psychic powers is Might of Heroes.
Oh, your librarian.
My librarian.
Harrison.
Correction. If manifested, select an Adeptus Astartes model within 12 inches of the Psyker until the start of the next Psychic phase. Add 1 to that model's strength, toughness, and attack characteristics. And then Fury of the Ancients. If manifested, roll 3d6 and select a visible enemy unit within that many inches of the Psyker. Draw an imaginary straight line between the Psyker and that model. Each enemy unit that is this line passes over or through suffers a mortal wound.
All right, sounds like sorcerer to me. Okay, really quick objectives. Number 6, number 4, number 5, number 1, number 2, and number 3. My warlord trait is Tenacious Survivor. Jake has the one from Codex Space Marines for Crimson Fist. Jake deployed first, finished deploying first, so he'll get a +1 to his roll. Drukhari with a 4. Space Marines with a 2. Would you care to try to steal the initiative, which is all too commonplace on this channel?
Let's see what happens here.
Okay.
I doubt I can do this the 3rd time in a row.
Son of a gun. Let's see it, Jake. Power level 9,000.
That was for you, Simon.
My lord. I don't even. All right, we'll be back with Imperial Fist cards.
The dice are loaded.
Something's going on. That's all I'm saying. Tactical Escalation mission means he draws 1 card per turn, or per phase. So right now we're in phase 1. What'd you draw?
Secure objective 4.
Okay, well that's not a bad draw, because secure objective 4 is right there, next to that rhino and everything. So, good luck to you, Jake. Stealing the initiative.
Alright, movement phase. Tactical squad number 6. Moved 12 inches. Tactical squad number 5 moved up, I think about 9 inches or so behind this land raider. Assault squad jumped forward 12. Devastator squad stayed put. This rhino with tactical squad number 4 moved up about 12 inches.
Right now securing objective 4. So, no psychers on the board. Lastly, at the end of your movement phase, you did drop some guys
Dropped out assault squad number 1 right here.
Retro structures kicked in. They're in start formation. They're looking good. Just 9 inches away from those guys right there. So no second phase. We'll go straight to the shooting phase up next.
All right. Crimson Fist 4th Company, turn 1 shooting phase. The rhino here used a storm bolter on this squad right here, causing 1 wound.
Yep.
Over here, this rhino shot the 100 killer missile at the raider and the storm bolter at these guys right here. Storm bolter caused no wounds. The 100 killer missile caused 2 damage, and I had to use a command point to get that mighty 2 because I rolled a 1. Decided to be a good gamble to do that. The assault squad over here, firing the 2 plasma pistols and 6 of the bolt pistols. Took off another wound off this squad here.
Yeah, 2 wounds actually. So I got 1 wound left.
Oh, 2 wounds, yep.
The sergeant and
these guys did not fire. Devastator squad back here. We're able to take out 3 of the Hellions. And then the Rhino over here, Tactical Squad number 4, did not shoot its Hunter Killer Missile, but shot Stormbolter at this squad right here, taking no wounds, or 1 wound off him, right?
Took a wound off that
Took a
one.
wound off him.
Yep.
Yep. And that's the end of Crimson Fist 4th Company first turn shooting.
Okay, so pretty happy how I weathered the storm there. Jake, you gonna have any assaults?
Yes, I'm going to have 1 assault.
All right, so we'll come back after the assault phase. Charge phase and assault phase and fight phase.
Alright, Crimson Fist 4th Company, assault phase, turn 1. Rolled double boxcars, assaulting the Raider and the jet bike. Sergeant with the Thunder Hammer was able to knock 6 wounds off the Raider.
He was, yeah. Hit twice, wounded twice, no saves.
Knocked 6 wounds off the Raider. The other guys were able to knock 1 more wound, bringing it down to 1 wound left. These guys were able to take 1 more wound off the other biker, killing him. And I also lost 1 to Overwatch to the Darklance.
Sniper.
Coming into lock grips with the enemy there.
Okay, so I think not a bad start for the Crimson Fist. Right now, I owe you a leadership test for these Hellions. Their leadership is 7, they lost 3. And I roll a 2, so he is just fine. Jake does secure objective 4. Didn't get first blood, he was 1 point away from it. But does get that, so not bad, Jake. We'll come back with the Drukhari Turn 1. Drukhari pull advance for their first card, which means I have to get all of these guys outside my deployment zone. Really don't care about Jake's guys on this card to get the point, but it might be a lift because I can't ignore those guys. So we'll see what Drukhari do in turn 1 movement. Coming up next. Drukhari turn 1 movement phase. We're not going to get advanced this turn, but that's okay because these witches and our warlord, the brave hero Anna, has jumped out of that raider on the right and are about to engage and save that biker in there. They are at it by Anna's sister. That is Dolly right there. And then the raider moved over 6 inches, is hitting on 5s now with its 1 wound remaining, but it's still alive. These Hellions jumped up here near objective 1 and taking a look at the Space Marines, and that raider jumped up there as well. It's going to be looking to shoot. Those guys are going to kill me if I let them live. So these Hellions move forward, the 7 remaining, to get some shots in there, as did this Venom. All these bikes over here on the right have moved up. We're going to try to surround Jake's little Rhino there and do some damage. And then lastly, at the end of the turn, those Scourges with the blasters, the Bat People, have dropped in order to lend some help against these Space Marines in cover. Alright, on to the Drukhari shooting phase, up next. Drukhari started their turn 1 shooting phase by murdering a couple Marines between the blast pistols, the splinter pistols, shooting in close combat here. A total of 4 died. Pretty good. This raider, who's on its last leg, attempted to shoot that Rhino but failed to hit. Up here, the combined firepower of all these Hellions plus the witches in that open top vehicle managed to kill a total of 3 Space Marines up there and also hit him with the Phantasm grenade launcher, so they're going to be at leadership -1. What I was really worried about was this squad of Devastators. Those blasters back there did nothing. These splinter pistols, splinter pods did nothing. And this Venom did nothing. That 2-up save was clutch, and then those blasters missing. That's really what did me in. Over here, not bad result, as 2 of our blasters managed to get through the armor of that Rhino. We dropped him 4 hull points altogether, 4 wounds altogether. He's at 6. So now we go into the Drukhari shooting phase. Drukhari turn 1 assault phase. Pretty bloody stuff here. Unfortunately, our leader Anna did not make it into combat. She rolled a 3. We're playing the river as -2 to charge, just as if it was the woods. With that, the witches and the other succubus, Dolly, have murdered 8, so that means a morale check. He's automatically going to fail that, Jake.
He's dead.
He is dead. Nice. Okay, up here. After I initially attacked with this succubus, Jake spent 2 command points to interrupt here, and he killed 2 of my guys. in the ensuing combat, which was pretty good. I killed 4 more of his in the assault phase, none from the raider, thank you very much. It was all from these guys, and poor rolling by Jake. So he's lost 7, plus he got hit by the Phantasm grenade launcher, so he's leadership 8. So you gotta roll d6, Jake, and you're gonna lose that many guys. That's a 3. You get to reroll that if you want to. I would, because otherwise that squad is gone.
It's a command point, eh?
No, because you shall know no fear.
Oh, that's right.
2. So the sergeant lives. I opted not to charge in that squad. It was a tough decision, but that's what I opted. And then these guys got into the Rhino. Unfortunately, I didn't roll very good on charges. I went to surround them. Grav, Talon did nothing, but I did do 2 wounds to you, maybe just 1. It was just 1 wound in assault with the blade veins. So that Rhino is now at 5, and I'm going to prevent him from backing out of there right now. Down back 10, but those guys can still escape, unfortunately. With that, we're going to go to Crimson Fist, turn 2. Exciting game so far. No points scored for Dark Eldar except for First Blood, so scores 1-1.
Alright, Crimson Fist, 4th turn, Untitled Chapter cards.
Second turn.
Second turn. I drew Priority Orders Received, which makes me draw another card, which is Defend Objective 5. I can only score this with my Warlord, and then Kingslayer.
Alright.
Alright, Crimson Fist, 4th Company, second turn movement phase. Tactical Squad number 6 popped out of their Rhino, moved up 9 inches up to here. Tactical Squad number 5 popped out of their Rhino, moved 9 inches up this way, and the Rhino peeled off over here. The Assault Sergeant jumped out of combat 12 inches down to here. Assault Squad number 4, or Tactical Squad number 4, dismounted out of their Rhino 9 inches this way. Rhino stayed put because he can't move. Then deep struck in my Warlord and the 5-man Vanguard Veteran Squad, because one of my tactical objectives is Defend Objective 5, which is right here with my Warlord. And that's because I got Priority Orders Received. So my Warlord can only score, is the only one that can score that objective. And my other objective is Kingslayer. As you can see over here, my Librarian and my Terminators jumped in, or dropped in right here, teleportation strike, within 9 inches of his Warlord.
Alright, looks like it's going to be a bloody shooting phase. Let's see what can survive for the Dark Eldar.
Alright, Crimson Fist, 4th Company, phase 2 shooting, or psychic abilities.
Yep, let's do psychic abilities and then the shooting.
Psychic from the Librarian, he smited her and took 3 wounds off her.
2 wounds.
2 wounds.
She saved 1 due to being inert from pain and tenacious survivor.
Shooting phase, the Stormbolters from the Terminators. They gotta shoot at her 24 times.
20 times.
20 times. I think they took another 2 wounds off
They
her.
did.
Then the Chaplet Librarian very unwisely chose to supercharge his Combi Plasma and killed himself, rolling a 1 and a 2.
And that is him right there.
Not awesome.
Emanated.
And this squad right here shot everything it had at the biker. Did not do anything to him.
Yep.
So this squad had to shoot the biker, killing him. This guy back here with the Stormbolter and Crack Missile. So that's both these Rhinos here, don't have their 100 kilo missile anymore. Failed to do anything to her. This guy over here used his Stormbolter, killing 2 of them.
Yep.
The Vanguard Veteran Squad and the Chaplain killed 2 more of them.
Yep.
The Devastator Squad killed 6 of these guys up here.
Indeed.
This guy shot into them, doing nothing. And this squad right here shot into them, killing 5 of them.
Yes, sir. So, pretty good. Dark Eldar are hurting, that's for sure. We'll see what happens in the
Assault phase.
Assault phase for Crimson Fist. Assault phase, Jake.
Assault phase. Tried to charge the Terminators into her. Rolled a 6 and a 1. Used a command point to roll another 1.
Yes. And that was it. So, That brings us to the end phase. Solarite over there, lost 4. Leadership is 8, plus 2, so she stays. Super. Next up, these Hellions, they lost 5. 6. 2, 4, 6. And these guys down here lost 5?
Yep.
Okay, we're going to use 2 command points so they don't have to take a leadership test. These guys got to roll a 1 or 2. That's a 2, so they're alive as well. Alright, so we'll go back and check Jake's card, see if he scored any points.
No points this turn. As you can see, Kingslayer and Defend Objective 5. I got to survive Michael's turn with my chaplain to score that.
Seems pretty likely, and that gets you a lot of points, I will say, since it's 2 points for the defend objective and then priority orders received. So, see what I draw next. Drukhari Turn 2, we held on to advance and we got secure objective 2. That, ladies and gentlemen, is objective 2. So we'll be back after the Drukhari Turn 2 movement phase. Get 'em, girls. Drukhari movement phase, starting out on the right side. Should have mentioned during Jake's assault phase that this assault resulted in absolutely nothing. Did a lot of hits, but no wounds. As far as movement, the Venom stayed there while the witches jumped out or 1 inch away from that squad. That's Anna jumping wildly over the container, and then I got 3 bikes who jumped from there over here. The raider moved down from here and is well positioned with the witches inside, in between everything, while the Hellions moved forward, as did the Solarite. She is the Queen of the Scourges, looking at that sergeant. Okay, over here. Jake was pretty incredulous because Anna has charged straight towards the Terminators. We'll see what happens. This raider has stayed on objective 2, while Dolly has moved up and supported by those witches right there. And lastly, in order to support Anna's fearless charge, we have these 5 brave Scourges jumped in on top of the ruins. We'll be shooting there and there. So we'll be back after the Dark Eldar kills some Space Marines. That is the look of disappointed Corgis at the end of Dark Eldar Turn 2 shooting. The Scourges came in, but missed with their shots there. I actually hit with this Dark Lance. Jake made a 5-up save. It was brilliant, meaning that it was up to Anna to do some damage. She blasted 1 in the face with her blast pistol. I needed to use a command point to reroll the D3 damage, but eventually killed them. These girls over here tossed a Dark Light Grenade, did some shooting, along with these Scourges over here, and managed to kill 4 Crimson Fist from that squad. They're getting ready to get charged. This sergeant over here was absolutely astounding, making 5-up saves against that blast pistol, against that Dark Lance, against the blast pistol from inside here, against the grenades from inside there, the pistols from inside that raider, the splinter cannons from there. It was finally these splinter cannons right there that took him down. I invested all of the firepower in that area into that one guy, and he bossed it.
He'll be interred into a dreadnought. Forever live.
Good call. This Venom managed to kill 1 or 2 guys there, along with the witches and those bikes, but only doing 3 altogether, and nothing over there. So, disappointing to say the least, but it is what we got. So we're going to continue to drive on here as we go to our assault in turn 2. And what will surely go down as one of the Crimson Fist's best Overwatch phases of all time. They have killed 1 succubus trying to charge in there. Rolled a 6 on the flamer. They killed 3 witches of the 8 trying to charge in there. Rolled a 6 on the flamer. Over here, killed 2 Hellions trying to charge into the Devastator squad. But that's not all. 2 more Hellions in the Devastator squad. It is just pandemonium here. Witches dying all over the place. And did 1 wound on the raider. That was like the least of the things. But very effective. We'll be back and see if the witches can at least clean up some Space Marines. But my God, that was brutal. I don't know, maybe I should have charged the succubus second, but I thought with her 4+ invul save, she would save those witches some wounds. I did not expect Jake. He hit her with a crack missile, people. A crack missile straight to the chest for the last 2 wounds. My God, the humanity. Hold on, Jake has more to say. Go ahead.
Not to mention 4 6s over here on his warlord, but failing to wound her as she charged in.
That combat drug right there for the +1 toughness saved her. I'm not sure it's going to save her much longer, but she's going to try to kill some Terminators. Alright, Jake's down to 1 command point, so I know he can't interrupt me. Let's clean up some of this board. Drukhari Turn to assault started over here with Anna, the succubi major of the Drukhari witch cult of Incessant Rage. She did her job. She came in swinging. She hit him 4 times. She wounded 4 times at -3, which meant Jake needed to make 5 up saves. I was thinking I could kill 2 of them and maybe survive. But then Jake rolled 3 6s and a 2. I didn't even kill 1. I put a wound on 1. And when they hit back, the sergeant failed to wound her because of all those saves. And the Power Fist
fisted her.
Did fist her, only doing 1 last damage. It was terrible. Over here, these witches did pretty good, killing a bunch. But then when Jake returned, he killed 3 of mine. So right now they have lost a total of 6. 3 from Overwatch, 3 in combat. They didn't make any of their 4 up invul saves. So a couple of dueling leadership tests over here to come up. Over here, only the sergeant is left. I took no wounds in return. That was pretty good. And over here, this rhino killed that bike that had 1 wound, but in return, the second squad did 3 wounds to it, so it's down to 2 wounds. So we got a number of morale checks, like I said. We're going to start over here on the left for my witches. Their leadership is 8, and they have lost 6. So I need a 2 or less here. That's a 3, so I lose 1. Jake, you have lost 6 as well. Your leadership is 8. That is cocked. Let's try that again. That's a 6.
All of them.
And they shall know no fear says you get to re-roll it though. 3. So 3. So you're losing 1.
3, so losing 1.
I'm afraid that lad right there has no chance to pass, so he's just going to leave. Devastating turn 2 for the Drukhari. We lost the rest of our Hellions. We lost most of that witch squad. We lost 1 of the triplets. This time it was Dolly. And then we lost our leader, Anna. The only one left, Kitty. She always manages to survive somehow. She is a survivor. Okay, so we go to scoring next. At the end of turn 2, the Drukhari do not yet have advance, but they do have secure objective 2. That, coupled with first blood, gives me 2 points. At the end of the turn, though, Jake scores an incredible 5 points for priority orders received to defend objective 5. And then he rolled a 3, which gives him 2 points for Kingslayer, in addition to slaying my warlord, which is worth a point. So he's at 7. 7-2 right now, ladies and gentlemen. And most of my combat power is gone. So Jake will draw his cards for the next turn. He's going to draw 3. This is a bloodbath. Back to you in a minute. Jake, come tell us about the cards you drew.
Alright, Crimson Fist, 4th Company, turn 3, tactical objective cards, behind enemy lines. Area Denial, 6 inches to the center, and Overwhelming Firepower.
I think you're going to score at least 2 of those 3 cards. So let's see after movement.
Alright, here we are with Crimson Fist, 4th Company, turn 3 movement phase. The Vanguard veterans and the chaplain moves to the closest unit to them is Miss Kitty over here.
Just Kitty.
The Devastator squad, they're trying to be gentlemen. Miss Kitty. Maybe, or Miss, probably. Miss, yeah. The Devastator squad stayed put. The Rhino moved up about 12 inches. This Rhino moved up about 12 inches. These guys moved about 6 inches, some of them a little bit less. Missile launcher stayed put.
Yep.
These guys moved 5 inches forward right here.
Okay, so I think you're ready to bring some pain to the Dark Eldar. Let's see how the shooting phase pans out.
Alright, Crimson Fist, 4th Company, turn 3 shooting. Terminators took the last wound off the Raider, taking it out. Sergeant shot a bolt pistol to the face. She dodged. Storm
Dodge, dip, dive,
bolter.
duck, and dodge.
Storm bolter. These guys, they use their save for that.
And near to pain.
They're a pain. Devastator squad, or we'll start with this Rhino Storm bolter. Nothing.
Ghost armor.
Devastator squad. This lone plasma gunner killed the Scourge. The rest of the squad took out 3 folks right here. And then the chaplain and the Vanguard veterans shot at Miss Kitty and did nothing to her.
Dodge, dip, dive, duck, and dodge. Alright, so we're into the assault phase next. Also, we'll recover at the end, but Jake does score a couple points there, killing some units.
Alright, Crimson Fist 4th Company, Phase 3 Assault. 1 Vanguard veteran was lost charging into the group here. I charged the Succubus, the Bikers, and the Wicks over here. And then I was managed to take 4 wounds off the Succubus, right?
Yes,
No.
you sure did.
And then I was able to take 1 wound off one of the bikes.
Yep.
And I did not kill any of these folks over here.
Nope.
And I lost my Storm Shield guy with the power axe
Yep.
in combat.
Yep.
And I lost 1 wound on the chaplain.
Yep. Let's cover the Rhino real quick.
The Rhino took 1 wound, causing no wounds. And then over here,
Down to 1 wound remaining.
yeah, over here, no wounds around.
Yeah, we did a really good job on our dodge saves this time, but will it be enough? That's the question. Let's go see what Jake scores. He's already got 7-2 lead. Let's see if he's increased.
Alright, Crimson Fist 4th Company, tactical objectives, turn 3 that they earned. They earned 1 point for behind enemy lines, and 1 point for overwhelming firepower. Only was able to kill 2 units with firepower there.
You also earned 1 point for me by killing my raider. I get advance. So now the score is 9-3. Let's see what the Drukhari turn up for their cards.
Your Warlord.
Right, so with my cards drawn, I got priorities received. My Warlord is dead, so the Secure Objective 5 doesn't matter. But that's good because that's pretty tough. Secure Objective 6, I like my chances back here. And Secure Objective 4, which is right over here, which I'm currently controlling with those 2 bikes. So at least we'll get a couple points at the end of this turn, it looks like, and maybe try to stay in the game. So back after the Drukhari move. Drukhari turn 3, movement. The Venom has moved back here to Secure Objective 6. While they have remained in place, I really want to kill that Rhino that has 1 wound remaining. These guys remain locked in combat. Those witches disembarked from the Raider. The Raider moved between the Devastator squad and that Rhino, while these guys remained up in the center to deny Jake the card, which is Area Denial.
I've
And then
discarded it.
he discarded it at the end of his turn. And that witch right there remains in combat. So we're going to do some pistol shooting. Hopefully kill some folks, maybe some other shooting too. Who knows? Could be exciting. In the shooting phase, this Hecatrix blasted 1 guy in the face with her blast pistol. I need to roll use a command point to re-roll because she rolled a 1 to wound. Over here, a Dark Light took out 2 guys. Maybe it was 1 guy. Blast pistol got 1, and the Raider got 1 with the Dark Lance. Overall, pretty good. In the center, hit with 1 Dark Lance against the Terminators, but they made another invul save. They've been incredible. While over here, the pistols didn't really help me out in close combat. So we will now move to the assault phase. Drukhari turn 3 assault phase. End it with that witch right there, killing 1, no damage in return. And then over the right, we finally killed this Rhino with the blade bangs. It promptly exploded, did 2 wounds to everybody within 6 inches. Made 1 inert to pain roll here, so I didn't lose a bike. I didn't make any there, so I did lose a bike.
Lost the Vanguard Sergeant and took 2 wounds off the Chaplain.
Yep, the Vanguard Sergeant actually killed my last Succubi, which was Kitty. It's the first game I think I've lost all 3 Succubi in, so that was pretty good on your part. But as you can see, we got the Chaplain cornered. We're pretty banged up and battered over there, but no morale checks are going to be required because it didn't do enough damage. Over here, between the Raider and the witches that got out, we absolutely murdered this Devastator squad, so we got that going for us. As far as points, Dark Yellow score objective 4. That's that one over there. Secure objective 6. That's that one over there. And we're getting rid of priority orders received. So that's a total of 4 points in cards, and then 1 point so far in First Blood, so 5. So on to Crimson Fist turn 4. There's not much stuff left. What's up, Jake?
Don't you get an extra point for kicking me off 5? Is that a thing on the
No,
cards?
not on that one.
Okay.
I don't think so. Nope. But at least I get the point. So we're hanging in there. We're hanging in there.
You have a lot of units though that can still maneuver if you rack up these cards these next 2 turns. You have a lot more maneuverability to rack up tactical objectives, and
Yeah, I thought I was going to take more losses over here than I did, so I pretty much control this side of the board, so we might make things work. We'll see as we go to 4. Okay, we're going to go over Jake's cards, and we're going to do a consolidated turn for you guys. Jake, what'd you get?
Crimson Fist, 4th turn, tactical objectives, secure objective 2, secure objective 6, secure objective 4, defend objective 3.
Okay, so walking around the board, 4 and 6,
6,
firmly in Drukhari control.
2.
That's
I have
attainable.
this guy that can jump up and get him possibly.
Yeah,
And defend objective 3, it's pretty well defended.
I would say so. So, okay, not a bad draw for you. Potential to get 3 points over the next 2 turns. That's not bad. So we'll see what happens. We'll come back at the end of turn 4 for the Crimson.
Crimson Fist, 4th company, assault phase.
Well, all the phase, the whole turn.
The whole turn.
So let's start over here.
Shooting her did not work. Shooting them did not work.
You did advance with your termies.
Advance with the terminis. Shooting them worked, killing 1.
Yep.
Shooting here did nothing. Assaulting here killed 1.
And then after Jake chose his chaplain, I chose my Hackatrax, who killed that sergeant, as you knew she would. Which then
Bikers
left
nothing.
the bikers. Jake made 3 4-ups, but that last witch, the Hackatrax actually, with his power sword, stabbed him through the heart. Both of them. So the Warlord kill for me gets me a point. Jake, as far as your cards, I believe.
Secure objective 2.
Indeed. Okay, so you got 1 point for that. I got 1 point for Warlord. So let's see what the Drukhari turn up for their cards on turn 4. Okay, right now Jake is sitting at 12 points and he's about to get 2 more at the end of my turn. I have 6 points by the way. I drew Secure Objective 1, and Secure Objective 1's right up there. Psychological Warfare, Secure Objective 2, Secure Objective 2 is down here, and then Secure Objective 3, which is way over there. So, tough slog for the Drukhari, could have been better, but we're going to work with what we got, so we'll see you at the end of turn 4. Just a reminder, Drukhari right now don't have to take morale test, because power from pain. So, Drukhari turn 4 was a disappointing shooting phase, as these Dark Lances only hit once and failed to wound that Rhino. Over on the other side of the board, 2 Blasters, a Heat Lance, and a Dark Lance only managed to strip 4 wounds off that Rhino. It might have even been less than that. But through close combat, we managed to get down to 4. So in total, we did 6 points of damage to him. This Witch Sergeant is not actually running away. He's going to go back there and secure Objective 4 for the future. And lastly, I did move this Venom up. He shot ineffectively at that Rhino, as you might expect. I do secure Objective 1 for a point. I'm going to get rid of Psychological Warfare and keep secures Objectives 2 and 3. So Jake, turn 5 to you, sir.
I'm going to do my points. I scored defend objective 3 for 2 points.
Yeah, okay, good call.
And I discarded 6 at the last of my turn.
Okay, very good. So we'll come back and see what Jake draws for his cards. Alright, Jake, what'd you draw?
Crimson Fist, 4th company, turn 5, 10 objectives. Secure objective 4.
4 is back
Right
here.
Master the Warp.
I don't have any.
Secure objective 2. It's right here.
Got that one again.
Hold the line, which is a mission critical objective, but that means I have to have 3 in my zone, which I have no one.
Yeah, that's unlikely to happen.
And assassinate.
And I got no characters left.
Yeah.
Alright, so you're looking to score objective 2, but that's really about it. And see how much damage you can do to the Drukhari in your turn. So we'll come back at the end of the turn and see how you did.
Alright, Crimson Fists, 4th company, 4th turn.
5th turn.
5th turn, actually. Terminators and Rhino shot the Scourges. Terminators cause 1 wound. Cracked Missile, needing a 5 or 6 to hit. Caused no wounds though.
Caused him while you wounded him, then I made my 5-up pinball save. So.
Then over here, combat phase, the Rhino exploded, killing 3 more Scourges. 3 off the Raider. 1 bite, 1 wound here. 1 bite, 1 wound here. 1 wound here.
It was terrible. Jake's ability to roll 6s when it matters tonight has been astounding. Boy. Alright, as far as scoring, Jake, once again, you secured objective 2, correct?
Yes. Secured objective 2. And I'm going to discard. It really doesn't matter what I discard here. I'm just going to discard mission critical, hold the line.
Okay, well this, see what the Drukhari draw. This might be the last turn, so we need something really big and really good here. We'll come back to you with that. Drukhari turn 5, we got secure objective 2, we held that from the last turn, that's right there. Secure objective 3, we held that from last turn, right there. Area denial, looks like I'll get D3 from that one, because Jake's not going to have anybody within 12. Defend objective 6, which is back here, and defend objective 3, which again is over there. The problem with these defend objective cards is if this is the last turn, I'm not going to be able to hold it for 2 turns. So we really gotta hope that this goes on to turn 6 and we can work some magic. But we'll be back after Drukhari turn 5. At the end of Drukhari turn 2, we advanced up this guy moving 24 inches and the Scourge flew down. So we got 2 people right next to objective number 2. And these guys just moved up 16 inches, shooting into the Terminator, killing 1 with the blaster. That crippled, but not yet dead Raider hit him with the Dark Lance. I rolled Jake failed his saves there, obviously. I rolled a 1 for 1 wound. Had to use my last command point to reroll that, so I killed it. So I ended up killing 2 Terminators. This guy's just parked back there, making sure that we get Line Breaker. And the Venom's back here, and in case it goes on, so we can defend objective 6. So at the end of the turn, I get secure objective 2. I'm going to get rid of secure objective 3. We get area denial. I rolled a 4 for that, so I get 2 points because Jake doesn't have anybody within 12 inches. I don't get anything for defend objective 6, and I don't get anything for defend objective 3. So I pick up 3 points there. Jake, roll to see if the game continues. It does. So we go on to Crimson Fist, turn 6. As we start turn 6, at the end of turn 5, Jake had 15 points, I had 10, so he would have won. But we're going on, so Jake, your cards please.
Alright, left over from the last turn, secure objective 4, Master of the War, Assassinate, new cards, Scour the Skies, Flying Key Unit, Witch Hunter, and secure objective 6. Looks like I'm going after 1 point here. That's about all I can get this turn.
You got plenty of stuff that's flying around the board, see if you can kill it. Here we go.
Alright, Crimson Fist, 4th company, 6th turn. Advance the Terminator Sergeant. Advance this squad down here a little bit. Shot the cracked missile at this guy, causing no wounds. Flamer at this guy, causing no wounds. All the bolt guns from this squad killed the Scourge after the Terminator and the Rhino tried to kill him. Did not work. Terminator charged in, and the jet bike here, and killed it. I earned 1 point, which is Scour the Skies with the fly keyword in this turn.
I get 2 points for defending objective 6. So
And discard Master of the War. It doesn't really matter, but in case we go to a 7th turn.
it could make the difference. All right, so Drukhari are going to be taking 5 cards. Let's see what they get. Turn 6, Drukhari card draw. Witch Hunter, can't be done. Big Game Hunter, very tough to do. Secure Objective 3, that's back there. Maybe. Defend Objective 5. Now the important thing to remember about all these defends, so I got to defend Objective 5, Objective 3, and Objective 2, is I can only defend them if the game goes on. So I think all this is pointing me to try one last chance to table, I don't know. We're going to see what we can do to put some pain on the Jake. Is the Drukhari go to turn 6. Alright, Jake and I are having an academic discussion if I'm going to be able to table him at the if we go to a turn 7. As you can see, the witches got out of the raider, and between a blast pistol to the face and some other shooting, and then the assault between the raider going in first, Jake did 2 damage on it, which brought it down to 1 wound, but it made it in limping, which allowed the witches to get in and not worried about the flamer, and they just killed everybody. Over here, the Graf Talon managed to do 1 well, we shot at the Rhino, didn't do anything with either the Dark Lance over there or the Blaster on there. So we decided to charge the Terminator Sergeant. We did 1 mortal wound with the Graf Talon, and then in an incredible display of close combat prowess, they ended up doing 5 wounds to your Terminator with the blade veins, which were -1, so Jake failed there. Despite all that, and despite Jake only having a Rhino left, Drukhari only managed to score Defend Objective 5 for 2 points. Witch Hunter didn't get it. We're going to throw that one away if it goes to 7. Big Game Hunter, Dark Lances just haven't been doing the job. Secure Objective 3, we killed everybody and couldn't consolidate towards the objective at the end. So we're just more than 3 inches away from there. Defend Objective 3, same thing. If we could consolidate it in there, it would have been brilliant, but we could not. And then Defend Objective 2. And Defend Objective 2, I mean, we're there now, but we need the game to go on. So, with that, my turn to roll the dice. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. We need a 4 or higher. It has a 4 or higher, so we go to turn 7. Alright, Jake, how'd you do?
Domination, no prisoners, psychological warfare.
I don't like your chances on that one. Right now, your mission? To survive. Jake, tell us what the servitor driving the Rhino did.
Advanced, 14 inches.
He's trying to avoid those witches over there. He's trying to survive. He might win this depending on what cards I draw. So let's go see what I draw. He wasn't able to shoot, obviously. This is it. Into turn 7 coming up. Another epic finish here on the War Corgi YouTube channel as I drew, had Secure Objective 3, but then I drew Domination and Supremacy. Ignoring everything else to the right, the Dark Eldar using their superior speed spread out across the table to control every single objective. That, combined with Warlord and Linebreaker, give the Drukhari 17 points tonight to the Crimson's Fists. Oh, is this going to be a recount? I thought we had this.
So
I'm being dramatic.
4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
We're going to do a recount just to make sure.
17 with Linebreaker.
1 sec. Okay, after a recount, it was 132 to 17, but then a final recount was done, and I did win. Jake, what was my final score?
20.
20 to 17. Epic game. Drukhari do pull it out. They are on a little bit of a roll on the channel right now, people. They are an up-and-coming army here on the War Corgi YouTube channel. Don't believe all the hype you hear about the Astra Militarum, because it might be about the Drukhari in the future. Anyways, join us for the post-game wrap-up, and see you then. Okay, wow. Just wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Great game, Jake.
Oh yeah, great game.
As it
great
always
game,
is.
Mike.
I guess what I want to say first off is, since I started playing Warhammer 40k in 2007, 2009, 5th edition. The way Eldari, back then Eldar, would win is you feel like you were punching them in the face the entire game. And then at the end, all of a sudden, poof, pointy ear magic.
Yep.
Somehow they stole a victory from you. And there's a brief period in 7th edition where that wasn't the case, and they were just killing you. But I felt like that was a throwback to 5th edition when I first started playing, and my Eldar got punched in the face, but they kept getting stronger as the game went on.
Oh, yeah.
Power from Pain is the real deal. It is very useful. Make sure Dark Elves, Dark Eldar, really, really powerful as the game goes on. The trick is to keep them alive for that long.
Yeah.
And you did your best not to make that happen.
Tried my best. It just sometimes it's not good enough. Great game overall. I mean, I don't know where to start. I mean, just
start with Season Initiative.
Season Initiative, third time in a row on the channel. I mean, I don't know what it is. That's got to come to an end here pretty soon. But man, I mean, right from the get-go, you know, those objective cards kind of drive your missions. You got to drop your guys down, and I got to be careful next time I overcharge plasma guns. It doesn't seem to work out well for me.
No.
Well, I think I really tried to get at you as best I could from the get-go. Didn't try to hold any punches or anything like that. Resiliency of transports blowing up and just killing things.
Over and over again.
Over and over again. I mean, wow.
So talk about punching me in the face. That was the first game I played with my Drukhari where I've lost all 3 of the triplets. And I lost them early.
That was a personal victory for me.
Yeah.
It felt good killing the Warlord first as well.
You know, we got to go back to the Covens and have them regenerated. That's going to cost us a pretty penny.
Yeah.
But with the loot that we gained from this mission, I think we can afford it, and then maybe hire some more folks because we need to fill some replacements.
Oh yeah.
Your MVP, we talked a little bit about it off camera.
Man, I mean, Devastator Squad, they laid out some hate. I mean, man, they dealt out the death early on. It was good to go. Man.
Yeah, they dealt out the death during their turn, and then that turn where I tried to assault them with the 2 squads of Hellions that were left, 2 in each, and they just obliterated them both.
Just lots of 6s there. Oh, couldn't believe that.
Hugely demoralizing for me because I knew very early on those Devastators were going to pose a problem in my Dark Eldar, and so I tried to shoot them early on in the first turn, and that 2-up saving cover was brilliant, and you made them all. And so then I thought, well, if I can charge them, at least they won't be shooting at me. And I'm always hesitant to charge that much firepower, but I think the math generally works in your favor if you can do it. But tonight did not work in my favor, and that was the same turn on Overwatch. You killed a Succubi.
Oh, yeah.
Succubus, and you did 3 wounds to witches. It was nuts. You
saved those Terminators with all those 6-up invols.
Oh, yeah. You were on a roll there for a while. Luck ran out, but it was really good. Let's talk about your chapter tactics real quick, because they got panned pretty widely on the internet, ignoring cover. I can tell you as a Drukhari player, maybe not as a Space Marine player, but as a Drukhari player, that is really concerning, because I'm used to being able to dodge in and out of cover and make use of that +1 to my already low armor saves, and you just ignoring that makes my very squishy Dark Eldar even squishier.
Oh, yeah.
So at least against this army, it's a pretty good rule.
Oh, yeah. Pretty good rule.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't know what else to say. I thought it was a great game.
Yeah, it was an awesome game. I mean, all the way to the 7th. Transport's just resilient vehicles, you know? I mean, even if I would have left it on Objective 2 and shot those bikers, maybe that could have been it. Who knows? But then it's the cards, man.
It is the cards.
Cards and the rolls.
Tonight, the cards were with me at the end, and just Eldar magic. Poof. Lastly, I had a lot of fun playing against your Space Marine list and watching you play with it, and it's just kind of inspired me to try to rework my Raven Guard. I've been struggling to find a list that works for them in my head, but they look good on the table, and I think I want to give it another whirl.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I basically had a plussed-up demi company, if you throw back to 7th edition, with an extra assault squad and 2 veterans choices in there for elites. And I mean, it's just a little solid list. It allowed me to deep strike some, but it's good to go.
All right. Well, that'll do it for tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed this battle report and you enjoy all the high quality battle reports that we're trying to get you. We are making improvements on the channel. I did order a microphone to attach to the camera, so that's coming up. We've been working on the lighting, and I can tell you, I'm privileged to have some really great players in the area that come over to the house and get some games in. So we're going to continue to
I wouldn't
find new players.
I wouldn't say I'm the greatest. You do help me out a lot, Mike. I'm going to mention that again. My mind does not remember a lot of the rules a lot of times. And Mike's a great player for that, and helping out and everything. It's just good to go.
That's just
All
part
and
of
over fun.
At the end of the day, this is a game, and we're both here to have fun and get better. So we certainly do that. So, well, we got a lot of games scheduled coming up. A lot of different armies. If you have a particular army that you want us to showcase, we can see what we can do to do that. Of course, I got a sister's army I haven't pulled out in a little while. Just leave it in the comments, and we'll try to work those armies.
Those
and
flamers.
we're building a little bit of reputation here in our little part of the world, and we'll continue to schedule games. We're not mini war gaming. You don't have to wait 6 months to schedule a game with me.
Yeah.
We got our game schedule up from the next week or so, but hopefully this continues. And if you do like it, go ahead and subscribe and hit the like button, and we'll see you next time.
And we know there's some players in Ramstein, as they got up there. They got a hobby shop up there on that area. So we know there's some guys up there. We're not too far away. Maybe we can do something with some of those guys if they start hitting us up.
Yeah, we're open. Just hit us up in the comments, and we'll be in touch. So take care and good gaming.